Hello, everybody. It is Mike. Uh, it is Saturday. That means it is time for the Horrorman's Saturday Slashback Challenge. This week's challenge was, since it's Valentine's Day, it was basically anything to do with love, horror, slashers, and love. There are quite a few movies out there that have like lovers in them that are slasher movies. And there are actually, a few that are specifically for Valentine's Day, like Valentine or the two My Bloody Valentines, the original and the remake. But the movie that I chose to talk about today is the original Prom Night, released in 1980. It stars Jamie Lee Curtis as Kim. It also has Leslie Nielsen in it, which was kind of different for him to do a horror movie. He's basically known as a comedian. So, prom night basically starts out with a young girl and her twin brother and sister walking home from school and walking past this abandoned building. Jamie Lee, the older sister, realizes she forgets something. She tells the twins to go straight home. But the twins are kind of enthralled with what's going on in the abandoned building. Four friends are playing a game of killer. So the young girl, her name is Robin, goes into the building because they see Nick like standing outside of a window on the second floor. So she goes in and is immediately basically attacked by the four kids that are playing the game. Not really, they're just playing a game, but they know they've got a good victim to scare. So poor Robin ends up trying to escape and goes backwards through a second story window, falling to her death. Flash forward 10 years later, it is a grown Kim and her brother, I believe it's Alex, and her mom and dad, which is Leslie Nielsen, and I don't know, I can't remember the actress's name who played mom, but she's there as well. And it's all building up to the big prom night. The four kids that were a part of Robin's death are receiving weird phone calls asking them if they're ready. The four characters being Wendy, who is like the lead bitch, and then we have Jude, who's kind of a chunky, happy-go-lucky female, just kind of your average duckling. And then we have, she plays Jude, and then we have, who's the other girl? Kelly. Kelly is kind of an odd-looking girl, but sweet. And then, of course, Nick, who is Jamie Lee Curtis's boyfriend. Unfortunately, there's somebody who wants to get even with these four, and it's going to be the prom. So, one by one, we see the girls with their boyfriends. Of course, Jude has found an equally chunky, happy go lucky man who really digs her, and they have a little lovemaking session that ends badly for both. And, well, the lovemaking I don't think was bad because they both seem to be happy afterwards, but what ends up happening to them because of this killer is, yeah, that's bad. And then we have Kelly, who actually has a hard time dealing with her boyfriend wanting to have sex with her, so they end up getting in a fight. He leaves her, and then, yeah, not a good thing. So then we have I guess she'd be the protagonist in the movie, Wendy. Beautiful and jealous of Jamie Lee's character, and she is with she never did find a nice guy, but it's probably because she wasn't a nice girl. So she's with her boyfriend, slash accomplice in what's they plan on doing to Jamie Lee, Lee's character Kim, and her boyfriend Alex, or yeah, no, Nick. And unfortunately, it doesn't go so well for either one of those either. Can you imagine that? So that leaves us with the only surviving member of the four, Nick. He and the killer have a big dramatic fight on the dance floor, all over the dance floor, and Jamie Lee ends up clocking the killer with a hatchet in the head. And the ending is probably not a surprise to any of us, but it was still a good ending and kind of sad. So, in this movie, there was lots of romance, or tried to be a lot of romance. At least the happy chunky girl had some romance. But yeah, so that is my entry into this week's Saturday Slashback Challenge. I do have one favor that I'm going to ask everybody. If you would please subscribe to my friend Lynn's new YouTube channel. He just put out a video yesterday. I'm going to leave the link below. Try to get him a few subscribers. He's going to be talking about his DC and Marvel collections as well as his movie collections. He's also a horror person. So he's a good guy. I've known him for 10, 11 years. He lives with me down here in Savannah. And I would like to get him a few subscribers. So if you could do that for me, I would greatly appreciate it. All right, guys. Have a great Saturday Slashback. Bye.